Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Between the Bellz, the podcast that's in your corner. My name is Adam Alexander. I am so happy to be here. I wouldn't be anything without these two sitting to my left. We got Coach Joe Vargas, Coach Mags, with the knowledge that they are going to kick for us. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Good. Great to have you guys here today. You guys been having good weeks?
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, hell yeah.
Well, you are not watching your language for this podcast.
I am trying to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lost sponsors, bro.
Oh, you got sponsors?
Yeah, Fidel Beltos.
That's
Taco
not a,
Shop.
that's not
That's
a
my
real-
sponsor,
that's-
dog. I get a free burrito.
You get a free
I'm
burrito?
sponsored by
Yeah.
Desani, dog.
One of these peoples is lying. One might be telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. I get free food everywhere, dog.
I would imagine. Have you ever gotten free food, Mags, from anywhere? Just like a
Yeah, right
hookup.
now.
Just like right now. I got a hookup once at Jersey Mike's. Just as I got to, and it was because of DoorDash. Because I DoorDash, and every now and then when I stop at the place to get where I normally pick up, they'll be like, "All right, man, you cool."
Because I know you.
And I'll just start crying right at the register and hugging everybody and making a big scene and making them regret it.
So I had a question.
Yeah.
Why have you been so fucking moody lately?
That's a weird question, but no, it's not actually a weird question. It's like because you've said it before. And
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm not moody. I'm just coming into myself. Like, when do you see me being moody?
The last 3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like when I work out now, I don't joke around anymore. So it's like people think that I'm being moody because I'm not joking around. I'm like taking my workout serious. I'm taking the time that I'm working out serious. I stop goofing off. And I get, is that it, or is there something else?
No, you're right. You do work out, and I do see that. And when we start talking, you're back to normal.
Okay, cool.
But you just like look so serious and shit.
I think I have to do that so that, one, I want to be taken serious, because a lot of times when I'm goofy, that's the message I'm sending. Hey, I'm goofy. Don't deal with me seriously. You know? And
Okay, what started that? Like, what makes you think that?
well, that's something I know. Like, back when I was a comic.
Yeah, well,
People
no,
would-
no.
okay.
Now, not when you're a comic. Now.
Now it's just me. Like, I told me, hey, I want you. Let's not smile when we work out. Let's not blend the two. I mean, not serious as in I'm this serious man. No jokes allowed. Not like that. But let's focus on the workout.
Okay, I understand
And-
that, but in boxing class, like, that's a little different because you're interacting with people.
And I'm still friendly. I'm still pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not trying to. I'm just trying. You've seen me get yelled at more than once, right? For goofing off.
And
No.
that's why you stopped doing it.
Not necessarily, but that's another point where it's just like, okay, and no, this is why I get yelled at, because I didn't pick up the mess. I didn't I mess up the drill. And so when I focus,
That's where I yelled at.
and that's when I get yelled at. So when I focus and I stop goofing around and I listen more,
Okay,
I don't get yelled at for messing up the drill.
that's understandable.
And so that's the trade-off. It's like, because with my brain, I can't do both. Like, a lot of people can joke off, joke. A lot of people can joke around
Shoot the shit.
and shoot the shit and pick up the message. I don't have the brain that can do that.
Okay, you already limited yourself right there.
No,
Tell
I'm
yourself
just-
that you don't.
No. I've recognized an ability. It's like, hey, Adam.
Okay, but check this out, right?
Yep, I'm listening.
Okay. You're not receiving instruction every fucking second of that hour.
Right.
You're only receiving instruction in the beginning of the class.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, like, just listening when you need to listen, and you can still joke around, because that's who you are. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's no need to stop that. There's no need to, like, set a rule for yourself that you can no longer be that way.
I got it. I don't think it's a hard and fast rule, but it's just like, I like landing on the serious.
Can you turn your fucking phone off next time?
I like landing on the See, I like landing on the serious. I like landing on the. I'm gonna get.
I like you for who you are. When
And I appreciate
when your mood changes, I know something is wrong. I don't know what you're trying to. I assume something's wrong, but you're just trying to take shit more serious.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think anything's wrong.
But it's like boxing is like. Sorry to interrupt you. Boxing is like you gotta flow and you gotta have fun, because you become too strict with yourself and you're not gonna enjoy what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
definitely-
That's exactly where I was gonna lead to.
Yeah, I don't want to. I love boxing. I enjoy boxing, the training, the workout. Like, after today's, like, we had 2-hour workout, and I was just like, Tio saw me on like the end of it. He was like, you know, he said in Spanish, like, you're done. And I had to, like, force myself through the last 2 rounds, but I got through
Were
it.
you holding or were you
The
punching?
last 2 rounds I was holding.
Yeah.
You know, and it's always important to hold strong for that person to get it. So I made it through, and I was like, man, great job. Like, I was like, you feel real good today? Do not ruin it. Do not stay. This is how you're going to feel for the rest of the day. So sometimes I might come off moody because I'm super, conscious of self, and I haven't gotten to the point where I'm just like autopilot happy, or autopilot, peaceful. I'm kind of like, hey, ignore what you're thinking. Don't think. Keep going. Keep conscious. So a lot of times I come off moody, but I'm not really. I don't think I am. I think moody is like when someone goes from happy to sad all the time. Oh, matter of fact, this is a perfect example. Back in the day, I was a bike messenger in Dallas, Texas. Okay, this is like 2003, and I used to go to this all the mail rooms all over the city, and this one had 2 old ladies in there that running the mail room. And one day they stopped me, and they're like, every time you turn around from us, you go from smiling to very straight face. Like, I would just be like, ha, 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 then turn around, walk out, and then I would, boom, change my face immediately. And they were like, why are you fake with us? I'm like, I'm not fake. It's just when I turn around, you're gone. It's like I'm just on to the next thing. And I realized that you kind of got to carry that moment just for the sake of people being watching you. So I'm always conscious of.
I don't think you have to. I think that's just the way that they see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and I'm not doing it so people feel better. It's just now I'm doing it so like I'm happy. Like I have a routine when I get to the gym: shoes, greet, wrap, shadow box, bag when coach says to. Then just get to work, and then after that hour, ask coach what's next, and then do another half hour to 45 minutes.
Did you feel like today's drill was too difficult, or was it too easy?
No, it had a medium.
Not the 11 o'clock, because I knew that was little. That was more the 10 the class.
10 o'clock. I think it was a nice intermediate difficulty.
Yeah.
Like right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah. That's what I thought. Because some people get lost with the sauce. It's too much for them. Mm-hmm. So I kept it simple. And then I try to build up. You see how I build up for it? Monday, Tuesday?
You've always been building Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday is just. Ooh.
Put your seatbelt on.
Yeah. Non-stop. You moving straight. And then we're sparring tomorrow too, right?
Tomorrow in the class?
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yep. After class we're sparring.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's good because I'm not going to be able to spar Friday because I'll be watching the classes. So about Saturday, me and this motherfucker right here, Gordo and Javin are heading to Vegas. Well, we're leaving Thursday. You guys leave Thursday?
Thursday, yeah. But we're excited, man. With Javin's fight on the Terrence Crawford undercard, so we can finally call those fights.
Yeah. Damn, for real. It's been like a month.
Yeah, and then she's the shit, man. She picked in. And in a way, I wasn't a believer in him. I thought he was a hype job, and I knew he was good. I just didn't think he could destroy Fulton that way. Did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
You watch the whole fight?
No.
I wasn't able to watch the whole fight either. I just
too
watched
early.
the highlight.
Yeah, it's 4:30.
It's up.
It's up now. That's what. But okay, so let's talk about that fight now. Fulton fighting in Japan. Now you're always talking about not fighting at home. That's got to be a big thing.
Well, yeah, but Haney went to Australia and beat Cambosos. I know Cambosos isn't a monster like that monster, but he had beat Teofimo Lopez. Mm-hmm. A lot of the guys who want to be Errol Spence, the guy he went to Europe, fought Kell Brook.
Yeah, Kell.
But when you want to fight, sometimes you gotta go take those fights. You gotta do what you gotta do to get those kind of opportunities. Mm-hmm. So I commend Fulton for trying. He did everything he could. He flew over there, the jet lag, the time difference, changed everything. But that's what we signed up for.
I don't like you. When did he get into?
When he brought up the hand wraps, that really bothered me. When he brought up you guys see the hand wrap thing?
I saw a bit of it. What
he
happened?
Was complaining about, because different countries have different rules for the wrap. Some people, they call it stacking. It's supposed to be, in United States, it's supposed to be gauze and then tape. Some countries, like Mexico, Japan, some countries, they do tape first, as long as it's not on your knuckles.
Right.
And then gauze and tape.
Okay.
They call it stacking, one after the other. So he made a comment about him stacking, which basically calling him a cheater in his own house. I was like, damn, I don't know if you want to do that, dog.
And not to the Japanese too. They're very
country to the culture, yeah.
You just like called him dishonest, and he kind of had innuendo. How do you? Why I'm saying innuendo? His name Inoue.
It's fucked up. Come on,
I did not know that's what you're trying to say, bro.
Me neither.
I was like, yeah, I guess he was kind of assuming, dog.
No. Anyway, I've seen him fight twice before. The first time I saw him fight, he just went at this guy's kidney like it was nothing. And I forget I don't remember who it was, but I just remember he took a shot to the kidney and the dude did it. But he flinched, and I was like, he's going to keep going at that kidney. And not kidney, liver. And he did, and on the third one, he's like, I can't take it anymore. So I shout out to the dude for taking it.
He's really good at reading the book, like Coach says.
Yep.
He's really good at that.
And he's strong.
He is.
That's
but I think more than anything with him, dude, he's just he's quick and he's precise, and he places it exactly where he needs to. Mm-hmm. He knocked out one of the, I don't know which one it was, man. One of the Maloney's, one of the twins.
Yeah.
He knocked him out with that right hand too. It was nasty, bro. Like he just slipped on the inside and boom, overhand right. Mm-hmm. Say right on the button too. Boom. That's the shot that got Fulton too. He didn't knock him like out clean, but that's the one that fucked him up.
And you don't have to. Mm-hmm. Once you if you land that, you've done your job. Mm-hmm. You know, just keep doing it. Man, they picked today to start mowing my lawn. I don't know if people can hear it. I doubt it. But
Mexicans, I hate them bastards.
What? No, I gotta edit that out.
You don't have to edit it.
I know.
I'm saying it.
We gotta start over.
If you said the N word, nobody would say nothing.
I don't say it.
I didn't say if you said it.
If you said, no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
I'm turning the fucking machine off for like an hour.
No, they're fine.
He's good at changing levels though. I like the way he changed levels, meaning that he goes from top to bottom, bottom top. Like, mm-hmm. However, he's not just gonna go for the headshots, you know.
And that's key because all his opponents are scared of his speed and power. So when he opens up that whole door, like he goes up and down, they don't know what to block.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Don't worry about it, dog. It just keeps my mind busy.
It looks like hieroglyphics.
We gotta put it on the camera afterwards.
Yeah. It looks like hieroglyphics for real.
It is hieroglyphics.
That's a roll call of friends I have.
But watching, it's like a lot of people watch fighters and they're like, when I watch fighters, I'm like, I love watching this fighter, or I'm like, I gotta learn how to be more like this fighter. Inuo is that fighter I watch. I'm like, I gotta learn how to be more like this fighter. His quickness and his power and his precision.
And his confidence.
His confidence.
Ooh. That's a big word. I'm getting there.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I think my confidence is good. You know what I've been wondering about? What do you think about like people being overconfident? And this is before fights, and I'll always watch, you know, the weigh-ins and the press conferences, and I look for which one is overconfident. And 9 out of 10 times, the overconfident one is going to lose. The one who says a little bit too much is the one who's going to lose.
Yeah.
How do you protect, like, okay, here's a question. Do you ever tell your fighters to stop being overconfident?
No, I don't think so. I mean, as far as I understand with Coach, is like always respect the person who's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But still remain confident, you know? Confidence
is like a double-bladed knife. Mm-hmm. It can cut you or you can cut him. You know, it's like you have too much confidence, you have to have just the right amount of everything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because I think, yeah, exactly. Just how he described it is that it is kind of like a double-edged sword in the sense that.
Thank you for saying double-edged sword.
Well, I'm a gangster from San Diego, so we use knives. We didn't use swords when we're stabbing people. You know what I mean? When we're fighting the street, we're using knives, dog.
Double-edged shiv, dog.
Yeah. I'm not a medieval time motherfucker,
it's a
you know?
Two-sided blade. It's a
knife, dog.
Two-sided blade or double-edged sword.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Pretend it's double-edged.
This ain't a fucking sword.
Mom, you were right.
No, but it is in the sense that, say, for example, you're faced with, you've always had confidence, but one day you face somebody who's just as confident, if not more than you. What are you going to do? it's very easy to let the self-doubt creep.
See, and that's one thing I wonder about, because all my confidence, as I'm becoming more and more confident, I keep inside. I don't show it. I don't show it outside. I'm not trying to show any weakness or dupe anybody. But I'm like in my own corner, in my own head, saying, "You got this. This is what you've been training for. Don't even worry about nothing. You just get in there and do what you need to do, and just remind and hype myself up from the inside. I'm not going to talk shit to anybody ever." And that, I think,
but that's already cockiness, no?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I understand that that's a level of confidence.
It could be like psychological.
It could be psychological.
Some people like to do that, but that's wasted energy, in my opinion.
But it's I see, because if I go at you and you come at me, that's when the confidence is, you're gonna have a battle of confidence, and somebody's gonna win. And I don't want to lose. I don't want somebody to get me to doubt. So if we're if we're at the press conference, I'm gonna be like Drago and just be quiet.
Yeah.
And let the man I'm gonna murder, because that's really what happened. It's like Apollo just kept talking, running his mouth, and then Drago was just like, "Why are you making fun of me? I'm going to murder you in 4 scenes."
I'm trying to remember something that we talked. I can't remember who the coach was, but we were talking about. I know it was in Mexico. So we were talking about this in Spanish.
Yep.
And we were talking about confidence, and he was saying, I don't remember what coach it was, but he was telling me what happens when both fighters have the same amount of confidence. And then I said, well, the better skills wins.
Yep.
And then
that's what I would think.
And then he tells me, well, what does confidence do when? I said it paralyzes the skill level when you don't have confidence. So not necessarily the best fighter wins all the time. Sometimes it's that mental strength that wins the fight. There's a lot of fighters like Mayweather. At the end of his career, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest, but he was mentally the strongest.
I think that's a good example, because Mayweather knew he didn't have to be the fastest or the strongest. He was like,
he had brittle hands, and he was beating everybody.
When you get to be the smartest,
he was always having hand injuries. I'm sorry.
No. When you get to be the smartest, that takes the pressure off being the fastest, being the strongest.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Mayweather succeeded. Now, if he didn't know he was the smartest, and he would have put weight on them brittle hands, his career could have ended differently.
I think it has a lot to do with his past experiences too, being on that platform for so long.
He had his uncles and his dad on that platform. He had that. He had that pedigree where his family knew the business side of boxing, and they suffered the sacrifices to make. It blessed Mayweather with their families' hiccups and successes too, because Roger was really good. The dad was okay, but he was always having issues outside the gym, outside the ring. And Jeff was just, he was a champion, but he wasn't a household name.
Yeah.
So you can have confidence and stuff outside of yourself.
Yeah.
This is now this is one question I'm wondering about. How do you separate confidence and faith?
I don't have faith.
Faith to me is more of a spirituality thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Than it is, yeah. Because confidence, we're talking about task like, how I can't find it's task oriented, right? It's like depending on what you're doing. Because here's the thing, confidence it's not constant, it's not linear, right? It depends on what you're doing.
You said confidence is not linear?
No, it's not. It's not. You're not confident. Just because you have confidence in one thing doesn't mean you have confidence in everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but faith, that's different. I think that's a spiritual thing. Like I have faith in, I don't know. I don't know, but it's a spiritual thing.
That's, you can, like, to me, I was like, I have confidence in what I control. I have faith in what I don't.
That's a good way to put it.
That's as I was thinking about it as you were talking, I was like, yeah, she's right. Because faith is a spiritual thing, is that I don't know what's over there. I'm going to have faith that it's going to work out. But what I can do right now, that's what I'm confident in.
Exactly.
And
if, even in sparring, right? You might be confident in your footwork, but you might not be confident in your power. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's ebbs and flows. It's not all the way across.
So what do you focus on your footwork and ignore your power, or do you believe in your power?
You always strive to improve every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So what I don't have confidence in, good. Okay. So if I don't have confidence, no. So if I have confidence in my footwork, I'm not really going to worry about my footwork. I'm going to let my footwork do what it needs to do, and I'm going to work on my power.
Precision.
Precision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think precision is a better example than power.
Okay.
I think power is God given.
But and that's what somebody told me I had a restart strength today.
That's pretty accurate.
And I heard it.
Like Lenny, huh, from Mice Men.
You love Vegas. I own it. And I was like, yeah, it's that's a thing I have. But precision. So what you're confident is, I definitely be thankful for it and work on it, but focus more on developing confidence in something else and something you have less.
Always sharpen all your tools, man.
Yeah. That's good. Now, what is the damage? Like, okay, so now let's contrast that with humility. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm really confident. How can you be confident in your power but also humble? Is that a thing?
Well, yeah, that'd be boastful about your your gifts, your power. Mm-hmm. Just being humble. Like I've seen a lot of. I mean, just I don't know how to word it, man, but don't be cocky about your gifts. Just handle business. Be respectful. You beat the guy. You don't disrespect the guy when you beat him. You lift him up, dust him off, and move ahead. That's being humble to me.
Mm-hmm. In competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think humility outside of competition is.
Oh, you're talking about outside competition?
No, just in life. I think life is I see life as a competition between self and self, and so I'm constantly thinking humility is what you have to deal with yourself. So if you're boasting about anything, I'm like, that's gonna be a challenge for you, what you're boasting about. That might be the thing you're actually afraid of. Like, I might boast about my power. Like, let's just say I don't believe I have much power. So I'm going to big up my power, hope you buy that bullshit, and give me the advantage.
But that's for me. That's where some guys are night and day. Some guys don't give a shit about your power.
Yeah. Because they're defensive.
You can boast all you want about your damn power. They don't care.
Yeah.
Depends who you're facing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that goes back to the psychological shit.
And that's just the thing. I don't think I'm good at playing psychological games with confidence because it's so important. Confidence is so new to me.
You don't have to play any psychological games when you're confident in yourself. Mm-hmm. You can just be you.
Okay, so have you ever had a fighter who just like gets into other people's heads?
I kind of dipped that in the ass. You tell me. I don't like that because I worry about us. I don't worry about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't worry about the other guy.
I can't stand when a motherfucker says some shit like that. Like, oh, I'm trying to frustrate him or some shit.
Yeah, like it's happened in training. Like, no, snap out of that shit, dog. It's not about that.
It's not about that. It's about working on what you need to work on.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's to me that's key, is focus. Because I've never seen that false humility, that bravado. I've never seen it pay out. Not since.
No, it doesn't. It makes
not
sense.
Since.
Stupid.
I don't know if our listeners are just going, what about Muhammad Ali? Like that's a great example of somebody who was confident in himself. Like whenever I hear Muhammad Ali, and I'll play it just for my own self. His I turn off how fast I'm so strong I make medicine sick. I'm so fast I turn off the lights and get in the bed before dark. Like all that stuff. Like that is like the pinnacle of confidence. So at no point was he bullshitting anybody. It's just like I just can't see another human being ever hitting that level.
That's why you call him the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he was humble.
Yeah.
He was a showman.
Yeah. Okay.
He was a showman, and that was all Bundini, man. That was the guy who created that image of Ali.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bundini was the one that was always, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. All that shit's Bundini that was in his head.
And that's that goes back to the team because I think yes he was the greatest, but let's take into account the times too. I think the times have a lot to do with it. The level of competition has a lot to do with it because in my opinion I think
his level of competition was really good.
It was only Joe Frazier. Well, it was Joe Frazier. I mean Sonny Liston. Mm-hmm. But other than that, he had really. I mean, he's the greatest. He's.
But he had to become the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had to beat.
Yeah, you're not born.
And Foreman, don't forget Foreman.
Yeah, that was a big fight.
So he had to become he had to prove himself to be the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing, that.
And if you think about his career, if a lot of guys right now in this era would not have the mental strength that he did. Mm-hmm. They sat him out for 3 years in boxing. He because he didn't want to go in the military, mm-hmm. and just everything he dealt with, all the racism. The guys couldn't handle that right now.
Different time, man. Different time. And I wonder how somebody like him, say he would have been born in this era, what would have happened? You know what I mean?
He never fought a 6'7" Klitschko, Wilder, those kind of guys. He the biggest. I think he was like 6'2", 6'3". Those are the biggest heavyweights.
Damn.
It's like Babe Ruth. He didn't have to face a slider or curveball. You know what I mean?
Somebody was like, you can talk about Babe Ruth when he faces a Dominican.
For real, huh?
Like that's real talk.
Bred to do that shit.
Yeah. So we have to. I understand assessing the times now. I do definitely.
There's a lot of influences. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just one thing. I think that him standing, say fuck that, I'm not going. What am I going over there for? They're killing people for no reason.
Yeah. No.
I think that is one of the things that made him who he was too.
And I think
his quotes, man, like some of his quotes to this day, people still use them.
And I think that being confident today is a very tricky thing to be. Like we talk about, like I think.
I don't think it's tricky. I think people just
avoid it. It's a turnoff.
You got to be confident internal.
Yeah,
you don't have to put it out there.
Right, because I see people be confident outside, and all of a sudden the pressure is on them. They have to now prove that confidence, and I think that's one thing I wonder if I do that, if I'm confident on the inside so I don't have anything I have to prove.
You don't ever have to prove anything to anybody.
Nobody. You know who you can tell who's really unconfident? When a confident person walks in the room, the first people that talk. Who is this guy? Fuck this guy. Those are the most unconfident people there is.
Yes. The haters. Haters have no confidence whatsoever. Haters hate
because confidence ruffles feathers.
That's a reform. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I look back on a day and it's like you see the confident person as the person you have to shoot down. Like you're a sniper. Haters are snipers, and everybody's quiet. And then when that one confident person walks in the room, draws the fire of the haters. And I haven't been in a situation where I had to put the confidence on the outside. Well, I have defended myself. Like somebody would talk shit to me, like blah blah. You got retard strength.
You defended yourself?
No, I didn't. Oh. I accepted. That was a truth. That was a truth bomb. Like there's no I don't know how. Sometimes I gauge my strength and sometimes I don't, and that's a whole different thing. But if someone, I feel like when you were like, why are you so moody? I didn't. The old me would have accepted the fact that I'm moody, and just kind of been like, oh,
no,
okay.
but
now I'm just.
But I asked you 7 times, and then you finally tell me right now. But why don't you just tell me the first time I ask you? I'm not moody. Why don't you just tell me? If you know you already know you change who you are while you're training. Just tell me, Coach, I'm taking a different approach. I want to be a little bit more serious.
Because I had to think about it. That's why. Because when you first asked me, it was like, oh.
So you were being moody because you had to fucking think about it.
No, I was not being. I had to think. I was like, oh, am I being moody because Coach knows?
No, because you said you wanted to be looked at different, but you just said, right now you're just saying the truth now, Dick. You're saying that you had to think about it.
Take a sip.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Let me take a sip so I can think. Maggie, stop calling me out. What I meant, well, yeah.
Es que.
What does that mean?
Es que.
What's that?
I don't know how to translate it. How do you say it?
It's cause.
Yeah, again, okay, yeah. This is the point of the episode where Coach puts Adam against the ropes and he just doesn't know what's up, so he just changes.
But we're in your corner. We're in your corner, no matter what.
Oh yeah, there's no doubts about that, and that's why the first time you were like, why are you moody? I was like, oh, maybe I am.
Oh man, I just thought about something this morning. I want to talk about this. You guys can. I called Kwame this morning, right?
My man. How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Good.
He took an L, but he looked good, man. He probably won the first 2-3 rounds, and then he didn't get his ass beat, but he lost the fight because it's what we talked about with him in training. He didn't. I told him after the fight, you look like you were lacking a little bit of confidence. You were getting fatigued, and he's like, yes. He kind of told me, he told me I needed somebody to call me out on it. And I said, that's why nobody can call you unless they work with you all the time, Mm-hmm. He took this fight. He moved. We had a great conversation. He ended up going to LA, training over there, getting ready for this fight. And he took a fight. And this is the kind of fight that's going to open doors for him. But you want to, he could bounce back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it all goes back to listening to your team, too. Listening to your team who has the best interest for you. And we talked about this on the phone, me and him. So it's nothing like I'm talking bad about him or anything like that. I love him. And if the doors are always wide open for him, I'm going to help him out. Any fighter that I shared the corner with them, I'll always help them out. Even if I don't like the motherfuckers. There's a couple of you guys out there. But I will help you, Mm-hmm. Because you trusted me with your life going in the ring, and that's the risk we take. But it all goes back to he looked like he lacked confidence. And he did say, yeah, I did. I was missing out on it. Because he didn't have it in the preparation for training. Sometimes that's her key role in the. My job is to kind of break them, and she'll talk to them, and she'll we train them in all aspects, mental, strength, and physical, and the game planning. And we put together the game plan too. Gordo, us three, and I'll put in Bashir's. I'll ask Bashir from some things that we all collaborate and get this fight going.
Mm-hmm. And so I think you touched on a good point. Is I also like listening to your team about what you should be confident in is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like confidence shouldn't be internal. It's like, just to share, like I didn't make the amateur boxing team again. Mm-hmm. Man.
Again? How many times have you tried out?
This is my second time trying.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You should have told me you had to pay me some money. I would have put you right in.
Yeah, that's not
I pull strings, though.
That's not how it's going to happen.
That's the way things happen. Look at it.
Not this time, no.
Okay.
I'm going to make it on the third time.
Oh, okay.
But I was real confident. I was like, I thought I made it. And then I talked to Coach Duck about, he talked to me about what actually happened. I was like, oh.
What happened?
My 3 mile time was good. I came in my weight good, but I did not spar very well. And I thought I did. And he's like, nope, here's what actually happened. And that confidence that I had didn't really go away. It just kind of shifted. Mm-hmm. It's like I thought I did well. And as he and I talked, I became confident in, okay, I'm listening to him. I'm going to do exactly what he says. I'm absolutely confident that I'm going to make it the next time because I'm doing exactly what he says. There was no, you know what? I'm going to do it the exact same way. I'm going to make it the next time. He's see.
He's fucking tripping.
Yeah, he's tripping. Honestly, but when he said we're not going to pick you up, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck are you not going to pick me up? I didn't say that out loud, but I thought it. But as we talked and as I listened.
I'm proud of you, bro, because you're learning from it. And a lot of guys will push away from it. Oh, he don't like me. I'm not going to be on the team because he doesn't fucking give me a chance. You didn't take it personal, bro, and I commend you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you just as you work on increasing getting your sparring better, increase your runs. It's going to help you with your sparring. Increase everything you're doing. You're doing it. You're training extra. You're pushing yourself, so that'll make sparring a lot easier. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you, man. That's good. You didn't you didn't act like a little bitch.
And actually, I think when you take stuff personal, that's the opposite of confidence.
Thank you, dog.
That's the opposite of confidence.
That goes to all you guys out there.
Don't take anything.
You know who the fuck you are.
Matter of fact, one of the first lessons I learned and just rehabbing my mentality was if you take something personal, and this might be Jordan Peterson, it might be somebody else, but it's not me originally. Here's the thing: when you're taking something personal, ask yourself, like, say somebody says, Adam's a liar, okay? I take that personally. I gotta ask myself, is it true? And if it's not true, then I have to say, fuck that. The whole thing. It didn't even happen.
It's my boy right there. Finally, dog.
But
damn.
But if it is true, I have to address it.
Yeah.
So
that is Jordan Peterson.
And that's how you have to take things personal. But don't take things personal and quit. That's the hater's way. Yeah, like honestly.
Drinking that hater, right?
Yeah, that's like, oh man, I would, and you'll just end up like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, years down the line saying I could have made it, but blaming somebody else on the fact that you didn't make it.
Quitters don't make it a fucking habit to quit, man, because They just get more miserable.
Sad. Yes. That misery.
You know, I never allowed any of my kids to quit anything. If they signed up for something, they're gonna finish it. Mm-hmm. They didn't like it, they're gonna finish it. I didn't care. Like, you're gonna finish it. You're not gonna be a quitter in this house.
I think that's a great thing. That's why you're a great coach. It's like you just have a way of just encouraging people across that finish line. That's it. All right, now I think there's a fight coming up this weekend. Yeah. Well, I actually shout out to Maggie. Just if we didn't make it, another victory over Coach picking innuendo.
It's not fair. She's like soaking up all my experience. She's using against me, dog. She's the shit. No,
don't say anything.
48 laws of power, dog. Don't try the master.
Let this hater hate.
Just forfeit your win, dog. Forfeit, dog.
Let this hater hate for a minute.
I don't hate. I'm proud of her.
He's talking about it's not fair. She's learning from me.
I'm not coaching right now, dog. I'm competing right now. No, I'm proud of her.
So
I ain't picking shit no more, though.
Spins.
You are?
I got spins.
Damn. I still haven't learned enough. Like, I know this is a big fight. I know these are two of the best, but I still don't know. I don't know either of them enough to pick one of the other.
What?
Spence is a southpaw. Terrence can do either.
Go southpaw. I think he's a real southpaw. No, he just goes right-handed.
Yeah, I think he might be a natural southpaw. I'm
not
100% sure, but I think if I think that I don't know. I think so.
The first time I ever heard like that, somebody who did that was Raquel Miller. She's a natural southpaw, but she goes righty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and this is when I was just getting to know her. She told me that, and I was like, and his strength. She said it just makes her jab that much stronger, and that's how she looks at it. I was like, oh dang, yeah, that's crazy. And I even tried. I was like, I wondered that about myself if I could switch. I don't even like it. I love being a lefty.
Yeah,
I honestly do. So who do you got of these two?
I have Spence. I just think he has a way of just finding a way to win, man. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Terrence does too. It's a hard fight to pick. It really is, but I don't know. I'm rocking with Spence.
Why? Now, technically, what is Spence's advantages over Crawford?
Abilities?
He's a bigger dude. His abilities, well,
they're about equal on everything.
Equal, man. That's why it's hard to pick. Something.
As soon as I said abilities, I'm like, wait, Crawford got some shitload of abilities.
Yeah, and he's got power too. So
is this going to? Do you think this fight will go into a trilogy mode?
Hopefully it will.
A trilogy mode.
If it's a decision or it's but if one clearly wins, it's not a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of those, man. Toss it up.
Okay.
But I just think that Spence, man, he's very resilient. We just haven't seen that much of that with Terrence because he blows through everybody. Mm-hmm. But now he's facing somebody who's game. So
I'm just gonna sit this over here for a minute.
I'm gonna pick my fight like this: tails, Spence, heads, Crawford.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my God.
That looks like Crawford.
I got Crawford.
Coach needs this.
That's
win.
pretty much it, man.
Coach needs this.
Emotionally, if I don't win this one, I'm walking out.
He needs this win. I'm gonna pull for Crawford just for that. Just
okay, man. Fuck man.
I've been alone for a minute.
Okay, and now Habib Cholet.
Habib's fighting a kid named Michael Portales from Oakland or Hayward. He's a tough guy, 26 years old. He's 3-1-1. He comes forward really aggressive. Obviously strong physically. Javier's going to have to use his abilities, his height, keep him on the outside of the punches and get off first when he closes the gap, and just pivot him and spin him, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm excited. And that one you said people will be able to stream.
Though their fights are going to be free on PBC YouTube.
Or YouTube.
PBC?
They usually show them on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, they go live.
They're undercard.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Okay, cool.
And then the headline goes on pay-per-view.
Okay, so I will be looking for that on YouTube.
I'll probably post a link or some shit.
Okay.
Hey, before we go, I'm gonna tell people like the story. I know the stories. My first ever pay-per-view fight. I go with Jabba Kashvili. We fight on the Triple G undercard, the first one, Triple G Canelo. So we get there, and usually every fight they give you like a credential,
right?
So they give us 4 credentials, right? Our cut man, Gordo, myself, and Jabba. and they ended up giving us 6 tickets. No, 4. I forgot. They gave us 6 tickets. I remember, and we're like, each ticket had a face value of $2,000, right? So we're like, oh shit, well, let's sell these motherfuckers, you know. So we ended up giving Mike and his wife too. You know, they come to the fights. Mike from the manager from the gym, and then him and his wife, and then we sell the other ones for $1,000 each, right? No, he gives 2 to his friends. We sell 2. We get $2,000.
This story,
It's going everywhere. It's going everywhere. I'm trying to remember the story right. That's why, because Nikita, Jabba's going to hear it and be like, no, it didn't happen like that, coach. But anyways, we get into the fight. We fight. We win. We go into our locker room. We're ready to go see the fights. And the commission comes in there and cuts our credentials off. And we're like, hey, what about, how are we going to see the fights? We gave you 6 tickets for the fights. And we have to leave the venue. We go to my hotel room and we're all watching our first pay-per-view fight on a phone. That's what we got. We got $2,000.
Yeah, no,
we split it 4 ways.
That might have been a fair trade.
Yeah.
That might have been worth it.
But if we would have known, we would have sold them for just $2,000 each. Right? People were trying to pay, and we just just give it to them. Poor guys that were here from wherever they're from, you know.
But they didn't tell you that they were going to cut your credentials.
No, we didn't know. Usually they let you stick around with the credentials. So we thought, with the credentials we'll go front row, you know. They cut that shit off too.
I know. I can just imagine y'all looking at each other.
We're pissed. We're back in our MGM room.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Whose stupid idea was this?
So now I know, Maggie, you know, if we get tickets, we're not cutting off the damn. We're going to keep the tickets.
Yeah, keep the tickets. All right. So I think I think we're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready. We're going to wrap this one up. You guys, you know, again, I just thank you guys for the love that we get on the YouTube channel. Please follow, share, like, do all the stuff. Between the Bellz with a Z.
What else?
Share. Subscribe and share. Do everything you feel you need to and a little bit more. That's it. Once you're done, say, hey, what else can I do? And then do that. Because we want the attention, you know, and that's this podcast is about, is for helping people push through. We are in your corner. We're helping you fight. So help us fight.
Help us help you.
By being in our corner. Help us help you.
Brought to you by Filiberto's.
Best tacos on Midway. What street is that on? Midway?
Midway.
It's on Midway, yeah.
Go to Midway, Filiberto's.
Yeah, on Midway.
I don't even go there that much.
We went there because it wasn't
the other place was packed, so we went there. We didn't want to be late.
Oh, that's yeah.
They're not real sponsors though.
I was about to go there and collect a check. All right, you guys are awesome. We're better. Take care, guys.
That was a good one.